So they're going to be relying heavily on the star performance of Acorn.
Now we'll see what Endpoint can do starting on that T side as well. Not always easy to get rounds on the T side of Train. Endpoint, though, right from the get-go here on the pistol round, have got themselves 2 sets of nades, and Acorn looking for that early information. That main man you were talking about, trying to get involved early. Goes for the information play with the knife in his hands, and he's got the assistance from Asilian, but Endpoint should be about to line up some nades into this B site.
Be executed at the ready. It's going to be coming through from Endpoint. Just going to quickly try and take this B bomb site. Gone one player outside the connector, and that's the point of Asilian to headbutt the smoke, trying to offset it a little bit. He's going to be playing over the top as they run on in. Asilian looking to try and take them down. He hasn't found anything just yet. There's bullets flying all over the place, but finally a headshot comes through. It's Asilian that draws first blood, but it's short-lived as Thomas answers back immediately. And Innocent catches an opportunity. Thomas going down. That's so clean on the second as well. And he had an opportunity to find a third. But Mighty Max finally getting rid of Innocent, but the damage has been done. And Mad Lions, they've got them at advantage. The G is coming through in the smoke, and Mighty Max goes down to Acorn. It'll be the pistol picked up for Mad Lions. It's a pretty crazy pistol round overall in this B-bomb site, and it goes in favor of the Danes.
Yeah, pretty action-packed. This second shot from Innocent, really well taken, allows Mad Lions to start to move back towards the site much more easily. And then the rest of them get the kills that they needed to. Acorn and Innocent both getting 2 kills each to win that pistol round for Mad Lions. And even with the bomb plant, Endpoint not going for the second round force buy. We kind of saw this previously from Endpoint as well, where they didn't go for the full-on investment even after getting the bomb down. They just go for this sort of half investment. A couple of digs in there, try and do some damage and make sure they can get the gun round into the next one.
We know Endpoint are solid on the pistols, but we actually haven't really seen too many of these crazy deagle rounds work out today, which is definitely positive. I mean, it's nice to see it happen every now and then, but generally you want to see a good game of Counter-Strike all making sense, Alex. I've had enough of those throughout the last couple of weeks of just crazy Counter-Strike. This is it's good to see some normality. Cyril has taken a lot of damage. He's dropped to 31. Looks like Endpoint are gathering in towards the B-bomb site, running through the ramp together as a squad, as a unit. The goal is the bomb plant, and while Thomas has gone on by, he might just be able to get it, but Acorn, he's speeding by, and that's exactly what he wanted. 2 headshots being picked up, denying the bomb plant, and Endpoint don't really get anything. It's Mad Lions with the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, good start there for Mad Lions, specifically that second round being much more one-sided for them, which is definitely a good sign. We always talk about on Train that those double AWP setups can be pretty impactful, so Mad Lions will want to be making sure they can build up some money early. They haven't been able to get the AWP into this round. They've just had to stick with a few rifles and a few SMGs in the mix, while Endpoint has got the full AKs to work with. So you already see the nades almost getting the kill. Crucial down to 7 health. If that Molotov spread slightly further, he probably would have been a dead man, but he's lucky to be alive. 7 HP left on him. Nice try from Mad Lions as well, trying to find a way to get that early kill. Oh, another nade lands, but it's just too late. Crucial's already repositioned, and the rest of Endpoint going back to B, which looks like the weak spot right now.
Now they're just pushing on in. Shush is up here in heaven. He'll have an opportunity at long range with FAMAS, taking down Robin, and Asilian. He's through the connector up on top of the smoke, looking down in towards the bomb site. Thomas around the corner. Haven't been able to spot anybody just yet. This is working out for Endpoint. Time is ticking, and Mighty Max, he'll just swing to the left side and catches the head of Acorn. Just takes it right off, and look at this from Crucial. They have no idea he is here. He sees so much action, but it doesn't work out. The head towards heaven drops down, but he still gets the 1 kill. Still alive, and the man advantage in play for Endpoint, but a lot of damage being done. Doesn't matter if Mighty Max is still connecting kills, though. Innocent and Shush finally getting a couple through for Mad Lions, and Innocent burns away Mighty Max, so suddenly it's all onto the Dutchman. Crucial. His last known whereabouts were the connector, and now he's got a peek, going for the full stick. Shush tried to win the round. He had no other options really left due to the limiting factor of time, but it will be the round picked up for Endpoint. Crucial. That's just a fantastic play in the post plan.
Yeah, that's so well done from Crucial, especially because he was so low on health to begin with. He realized his best bet is probably to catch a player on the flank. He realized he's probably not going to be winning a straight-up 1v1 fight, so he gets that flank through connector, and then that decision to go all the way back round to A, all the way back into that upper position. You could see that Shush thought he could just stick the bomb because he assumed Crucial was still in connector, but that wasn't the case. An early aggression from Shush works out okay for him. He is traded out by Surreal, though, so all action at the start of this round, and look at Roy. The flank comes through, the bomb is dropped, and Endpoint have to get that back. Crucial's going for a flank again here. He's going through connector. Oh no, Crucial doesn't win that fight against the Cillian. That's a fight that had to be won to give them a chance in the round. Robin's now stuck on the back of this smoke. Bomb not in his control. Just the aggression, the straight-up aggression from Mad Lions, having two players pushing into B, and as well, Roy going up the ladder for the flank. Clearly something that Endpoint weren't ready for here. I love that Mad Lions are throwing in some early aggressive rounds to begin with, and I don't even know if Robin's going to want to go for this.
Robin, he spots the head of Vasilian. 19 seconds, Robin starts to walk forward into the brown halls. It's a death sentence, so starts to flee the scene, back into the shower room. It's backing up. It'll be around for the Mad Lions. 3-1. I mean, this is not a bad start for Mad Lions. They were off to a really bad one overall Mirage. Endpoint trying to just pick up round after round. The Mad Lions showing up on the CT side, getting it done. Generally always talk about Train being one of the most difficult T-Has within Counter-Strike. So Endpoint, no worries just yet. But Mad Lions certainly in the driver's seat for the meantime.
Definitely a good start for them. I think they will want to build up some money here, though. They haven't been able to get those orbs out, which are normally so impactful on Train. You've got a lot of long-range angles to work with between those trains, lots of positions where the orb can be impactful. You can even get aggressive with it at basically any spot. You can push up a B, you can push Ivy. There's lots of positions where you can get involved with the orb, and we've seen that Acor is someone who's capable of landing those insane shots over on Vertigo. So I'd love to see him get the orb soon. But right now, Mad Lions don't have the money for it. They'll be hoping to build up some cash in this round, though. Good spray from Shush, eventually getting that second kill. The AK removed from the hands of Robin, and another Molotov will keep Endpoint at bay.
Well, Shush taking away Surreal. Just adding each kill to the tally. There's 3 picked up from already. And now Crucial and Thomas, just the last 2 remaining players for Endpoint that really shouldn't be getting too much done.
Yeah, Crucial gone as well. Thomas only has a Tech 9. Would have been nice if one of the Endpoint players could have picked up Robin's AK that was dropped to begin with, but it dropped down the ramp so far, they just can't get it. You can see Thomas can spot the AK, but there's no way in hell he's picking it up. He wishes he had those stretchy arms right now to just get that AK. But with 18 seconds, I think Thomas realizes he's just got to go. And, oh, Roy even steals the AK from underneath his nose. Innocent there getting the final kill through. A 4-1 lead for Mad Lions. I will come through from Endpoint any second now. You can see the AKs being brought up. Still no sniper out for Mad Lions, but so far they've thrown in some aggressive rounds with these rifles and the SMGs. We might see more of the same here for Mad Lions because it's worked out so far for them.
We'll see if it continues this way. Endpoint. 2 Galeos down. AK-47s. And they run out on towards the bomb site. Maybe is still in with the first kill, but Surreal answered back almost immediately. And now Innocent tucked towards the stop sign, trying to get a better position so he can fight at long range as the players exit T-Con. It's an absolute massacre. And Mad Lions just absolutely tear Endpoint to shreds.
Just didn't seem to be enough flashes there for Endpoint to really get out through Team Main. You needed quite a few flashes over the top to really have the best chance to get out of this choke point. And you can see Roy not blinded, just spraying away on the tight angle. No one from Endpoint able to trade. Really good spray with the AK, and having the AK on the CT side allows you to do that, allows you to get those even quicker headshots, even quicker kills. Endpoint now starting to struggle at the start of this T side. Only one round on the board for them. They're yet to win an opening duel as well. In every single round, they fought from the back foot. They've lost that first fight, which is never going to be a recipe for success. So definitely some things that need to be changed for Endpoint here if they want to stay in this tournament.
Mighty Max in front with the Tech 9. Maybe the front man in the charge. Cillian, oh, he goes aggressive around the corner, playing from the advanced angle, catching Robin and Mighty Max. And that is definitely not the start Endpoint would have wanted, but crucial. He'll get one back. Cillian kind of hanging around a little too long. Could have been happy with his work and fallen back with 2, but decides to stick around. That is his issue, but it doesn't really matter when the rest of his team are picking up every other remaining kill. Crucial now with an AK, but it's still a 1 versus 4, and it's an easy kill for Innocent, and a 6th round picked up for the Mad Lions.
Everyone else picking up the pieces for Mad Lions in that one. Cillian the only casualty, and here's that timeout for Endpoint. I think at this point, most teams would be taking a pause. You don't need to necessarily win too many rounds on this T side, but 1-6 down is not the position they would have been wanting to be in. And you can see now this is where the double AWP setup comes out for Mad Lions. We haven't even seen these snipers so far, but Acor gets the AWP, as does Cillian. Gives them even more playmaking potential. Especially Acor, who's not been quiet, but not really been needed in these early rounds. We might see a bit more coming out from him. As for Endpoint, they've tried the fast A plays. They've tried to go B on occasion. I think at this point, they are probably just going to be taking a slow default, I would assume, at the start of this round, especially with Crucial having this AWP. They might wait to see if he can get his team a pick.
Acor is just waiting for the overextension from T-Con. Surreal in the brown holes. Got Cillian playing towards heaven with the AWP. Acor gets an opportunity, but he's not going to hit it. He's hitting everything over on Vertigo. He gets another opportunity. He's not going to miss this time. Crucial going down. A good opening kill for Mad Lions. This double AWP setup might just work out perfectly for them. Flashes continue to run on in towards this A bomb site. Mighty Max on the blue trim. They call it. He won't be scoped in. Utility coming in. Nade usage onto the top of the green trim, trying to get rid of Acor, trying to neutralize his position, but it doesn't work out. Surreal. He's gone past the smoke. It's Schuss that takes down Thomas. And it's a 5 versus 3. A 2-man advantage now for Mad Lions. And Surreal has to be the playmaker. The solo play on the other side of the map. And he gets one onto Cillian. Shush is further back at the oil train as well. And oh, Surreal, he nearly gets the opportunity, but he's not finding him just yet up until this point. A good headshot. Now Acor in the connector, trying to follow up. A little bit of space being made on the AWP, but somehow Endpoint have turned this one in their favor. It's all on to Surreal. He can be that playmaker on his own often. Hasn't really seen that potential come through just yet in this series, but this is such an important time.
Acor getting a kill back. Over half the time gone on that bomb, but Innocent's going to get another kill. Surreal, who opened up the round, has to close it out. The spray successful onto the first. Bomb is planted up on that train as well. Innocent has to take this. He has to get on it, and Surreal gets the spray down. Quad kill from him to make sure his team win the round. He drags them kicking and screaming to victory there for their second round win. Again, though, they lost that opening fight. They still haven't won any of those opening duels, but thankfully, Surreal just gets a good feel for the situation. He's able to sneak into enemy lines towards B. I was saying earlier, I think in general, Surreal's a pretty smart, intelligent player. He can make those plays occasionally where he slips between the cracks. It's good that he won the round, but look at what Endpoint have to work with in this one. He was the only man surviving, so there's a couple of SMGs in play, and Cillian with that double AWP setup on the CT side has already opened things up for Mad Lions. 9 rounds in a row now, where Endpoint have lost the opening duel, by the way, for what it's worth.
And that's something I feel like Endpoint is their specialty on Trin. We often see very quick plays in towards this A bomb side. The fact that they can dominate those opening battles and get themselves very quick style play in towards this A side. Generally see that from Endpoint. Obviously, Mad Lions are doing a really good job at slowing them down and preventing them from playing their playstyle. And if you're constantly in a situation where you're a man down, well, you're not going to win the majority of those rounds, unfortunately, here. And Endpoint have been struggling. The double op setup has been very effective. Cillian scoped in towards Decon this time, spots the players run out. Can't land the kill, but he gets the info. Another push coming through in towards the side to Cillian. They get rid of Mighty Max. Now they're holding on. Boosted up on top. It's Innocent attempting for a kill. He will get one. Cillian. Oh my god, that's a headshot as well. That's unbelievable. And Acorn with the nade seals the deal. 7 rounds on the board for Mad Lions. But what is that from a Cillian? That is a wrist breaker.
Exactly what I was about to call it. That's a real wrist breaker. The flick straight up. Very quick as well.
That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous.
Right between the eyes. Mad Lions now 7-2 up. Good for them that they win that round fairly convincingly as well, because this double up setup has been expensive. It's left them without too much money in the bank, but it's Endpoint who are the ones that are really strapped for cash in this round, and those early nades continue to do damage, continue to cause issues for Endpoint. They're unable to get out through T main to begin with. Now they start to move on through, but Acorn gets a kill through the smoke and through the wall, and Innocent's moving into the back lines. Oh, Crucial just got a team kill. Everything going wrong for Endpoint in this round. Robin's left in a 1v5, and this one's over.
It's one of those scenarios where everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong here for Endpoint, and Mad Lions would be very happy about this scenario. Robin just left alone now, trying his best with the scout. He will get 1 kill before going down, but it too. Mad Lions already winning the half by a minimum of 1 round, and Endpoint, I think, is perfect timing here for a pause. They desperately need it. That is just disgusting.
Oh, team kill from Crucial, definitely unfortunate. His teammate moves in front of him. I wonder what the call is here for Endpoint. I think that the few times they've tried to move towards B have been somewhat successful. We haven't really seen a full gun round where Endpoint have taken it slow and then moved back to the B site and gone for a full exec. Maybe that could be the answer, because you know you're against this double AWP setup. If you can get onto the B site quickly and force those AWPs into a retake situation on B, that makes it really difficult for those AWPs to have much impact, especially if you have some nades to be able to cut down those long-range angles. So I think that might be an option for Endpoint, but Acorn might be ahead of the game because he's moving over to B early with his AWP. And it's actually Endpoint throwing some nades over towards A to begin with, but they're not going to make the move just yet.
Oh, this gap in the smoke might just work out perfectly for Innocent, but he doesn't spot them. He could have sprayed it away onto 2 there, and that would have been a huge opening, but he waits in the flashbang. He goes in, he might just get this result. 2 picked up for Innocent. The Molotov prevents Mighty Max from even having the chance to trade. He probably would have fallen there. Innocent, this is he's proven to be a pretty good addition to this team. 15-4 right now, 134 ADR. Really impressive stuff.
Oh, and there's a Cillian chiming in. Oh, okay, why have you shot your teammate? You know what? It doesn't matter. You're in a 5v2. You should be fine. Cillian there moving while shooting. That one goes straight to the ground. And he just can't land any of these shots, apparently. Endpoint giving him all the opportunities, but he's not able to make the most of them. The bomb's gone, though, and Endpoint are already thinking about saving. This is rough. As you said, though, Innocent having a great game.
Robin's good positioning. ready for that aggression. He's going to have to try and stay alive here. They're running through, and Walshush just jumps up and takes him down. That's unfortunate. And Thomas, the last remaining player with the AWP, he might just get this into the next round, but A-Core right through the pipe. Gets rid of Thomas. No op saved over. Nothing saved over here for Endpoint. And you take a look at what they've got. It's not a whole lot. And Thomas went down after the time as well. So he's got $350 in the bank coming into this round. Oh, this is a nightmare for Endpoint. After such a big bounce back on Mirage, to come into training and just get backhanded like this, it's very unfortunate. There's still rounds to play with, though, in this half. It's not done yet. Although it is looking likely it's going to be 10 rounds for Mad Lions, there's always a chance for Endpoint to come back. And they're going to be going quick into the B-bomb site with the pistols, seeing what they can find here. Cillian holding on. It's good damage being done from the P250. And Robin in the smoke trying to be a nuisance, but he's spotted. They're aware of his position, but Surreal with 2 good kills. That's all they'll find, though, in the round. Mad Lions, 10-2. Double figures reached already.
Yeah, good bit of early aggression from Cillian. Again, that secondary up, getting the first kill. Then just making sure to survive, because Endpoint don't push him in upper. He's able to just make sure he kind of stays alive in that spot, get a second kill, and make sure your teammates can rotate over to win the round. I still think that Endpoint could have a better chance if they move more into that B site on some of these gun rounds. You saw there, even with the pistols just kind of rushing onto B, they at least got towards the site. They at least got into a position where it looked like they had maybe a chance at winning the round, and that was just with pistols. So I'd like to see that more with the guns. Mad Lions, though, have been so good at controlling that team main position. But here's that B play I was talking about. Shush having to go aggressive past these smokes, trying to see if he can do the damage. But there are the kills that Endpoint needed. 4v3 advantage. This is their time to shine.
Well, man advantage is in play for Endpoint. This could be a 3rd round on the board, and Robin on the flank. Oh, he gives it away. The opportunity was there, but it doesn't matter if Crucial's still hitting shots. The round is already done. Mad Lions will not be winning this 2 versus 4 retake. They've already conceded. They're going back to save their weapons. And Robin might just get the opportunity to take something away here, but he's spotted. He's taken down by a Cillian. It will be a 3rd round for Endpoint. And if they get the last 2 remaining rounds in this half, Alex, if they manage to post 5, that's acceptable. That's the bare minimum you really want going into the second.
Yeah, this game definitely not over, as you can see by our passionate and animated fans. They know that there's still some life left in this Endpoint team. Also, for what it's worth, Endpoint finally won their first opening duel in that last round. Crucial got them that first kill. Up until that point, they've been fighting from the back foot in the first 12 rounds. So hopefully that's something that can continue for them. Crucial's got the AWP again into this one, but because Mad Lions saved some guns over, they're still rocking that double AWP setup, and it's still a proper full buy for the Danes.
A-Core, what a start, taking down Crucial, who was looking to get involved early on. He's currently 4-12. Surreal and Innocent finding kills back in between them. It's a 4 versus 3, a man advantage in play for the Mad Lions. This would be a heartbreaking round for Endpoint, mainly because we just discussed the fact that if they win these next 2, their chances of staying alive in this map are there.
Yeah, losing these early trades and then just trying to make some solo plays Endpoint, and it's not working for them. Innocent, or sorry, a Cillian even goes through the smoke. It doesn't matter which name you say right now, Dinko. The Mad Lions players are probably getting kills. Innocent, 19 for 4. Cillian, 15 for 6. A-Core, 12 kills on the board with his AWP. Pretty much all of them doing exactly what they need to. 11-3 right now, and heading into the last round of the half, Endpoint could desperately do with winning at least this 1 more round.
Yeah, 3 rounds on the board is just a little too far to come back into, I think. Especially with the way Mad Lions have now been playing on this map. Yeah, very comfortable on the CT side. They could also have a very difficult T side, who knows. But 12 rounds on the board, they're giving themselves the chance to at least win 4. And that's pretty realistic to expect from this Mad Lions roster. It's going to be a contact play, straight explosion into the B-bomb site to try and run on in. Has to work out for them, but it's not. It's not working out at all. Innocent gets the first kill. Mighty Max able to trade back, but they've still got so much damage being inflicted upon them, and they haven't been able to cross to the site due to the Molotovs. So the kills just come in from Mad Lions, and Crucial is desperately trying to find something, and it's just not going his way. Look where the bomb is. They have to cross and try and pick it up, and it just will not be happening. Shush gets the double kill. It's the final map here, and Endpoint struggling, only posting 3 in the first half. 4 rounds away from victory are the Mad Lions. A pistol round win is desperately needed for Endpoint if they want to try and stay afloat here in the second half. It's Train, it's the second half, and Mad Lions heading out onto the A bomb site with their T side execute.
Yeah, Endpoint looking down the barrel of elimination unless they can change something here. CT hold on the A site looking pretty solid, but look at the mini-map. The bomb's going back to B. Roy's trying to sell this fake, and here comes the push. Goosh trying to gain ground towards this B site, but Crucial landing shots. 2 kills at long range, looking for more, but he burns somehow on top of the train. Still, though, he may have done enough for his team. Endpoint with a man advantage, and that bomb just now being planted.
Bomb planted, near damage done. Innocent's down to 48 HP. The rest of the team around the same. Project on Roy. He's trying to make a play. He's got 1 good headshot onto Robin. He might just find another here as well. It's Innocent and Astillion stepping up, and suddenly it's all onto Mighty Max. He's got to show that he can live up to the name as he moves back into the B-bomb site. He's got himself a smoke and a kit available, so he has time. But the issue is finding these kills. 2 players in 2 vastly different positions, and it's 13 on the board for Mad Lions, who are now 3 away from progressing in this tournament and eliminating Endpoint.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that smile is going to be wiped off of Astillion's face anytime soon. He is a happy man with good reason, because it's looking likely that Mad Lions will be staying in this tournament unless Endpoint can come through with this triple scout setup. You do see this sometimes on Train. Again, the snipers on those long-range angles can be pretty effective. 3 scouts, though, means if Mad Lions close the distance, that's where the issues will arise. Crucial looking for a bit of a lucky shot. Hoping to win the lottery right now, but not landing any of them. Down from Surreal. Oh, timing not right for him, though. Innocent with his 22nd kill of the game. 22-5 on his scoreline. Fantastic work from him so far. And Endpoint, again, having to fight back from a man disadvantage. That's something we've been saying a lot throughout this one.
And it's one that is even more difficult to recover from at this point when you take a look at what they've got. 3 scouts and 1 deagle up against 3 AK-47s, a Galil, and a MAC-10. Alongside a full execute that's about to come in as well. This is not going to be easy whatsoever. 40 seconds now left in play for the Mad Lions. Mighty Max in a pretty unorthodox position, I have to say, with the scout. You never really see anybody play here with it. At this point, they're desperate for anything to go their way, so he's playing close by, hoping he can catch a no-scope headshot or a quick shot. He's relocated anyway, and there's the headshot now being picked up. Flash up in the air, desperately trying to find himself a better position, but he's taken down by Roy, and the push coming through from the Mad Lions might just work out very quickly here. Crucial with the shot, getting rid of Roy. It's a 3 versus 3. Robin with the headshot, 9 seconds. If he can delay, if he can stop the bomb plant, that could be huge. He's got another kill, and now it's only A-Core, a 1 versus 2, and somehow Endpoint pull it off. A man down, a full execute into the A-bomb site, and all they had was a couple of scouts. They had 3 of them and 1 pistol, and Endpoint make it work.
And nice shots from Robin here at the back of the bomb train. That first headshot he got makes such a big difference. And then he just starts to spam with the Deeg. He knows he's so close range that those shots will probably connect, even if they're not 100% accurate. Nice work there from Robin to keep his team in this game. Thomas, by the way, only 2 for 16. He's got 5 assists, though, so clearly it's just not been his day here on Train so far. Hopefully, for Endpoint, that can change soon. Robin also tries to take some pot shots, none of them connecting. Surreal got caught here last round, but this time he is much more aware of it. Puts the smoke down, makes sure he stays alive as the B site anchor, and even calls for a bit of assistance. Crucial staying close by. Not too many nades here for Mad Lions. They've got the single smoke, which at least will allow them to maybe close the distance towards the site, and then a couple of flashes, which they'll be relying on to potentially move into position.
Well, here go Mad Lions down into the B-bomb site. Surreal Got a good position here. They hear the utility burning away at the players, forcing them, funneling them down into the crosshair of Crucial. Innocent, though, gonna tear Surreal's head off his shoulders. Crucial's repositioned towards the back of the bomb site, playing at range. And it doesn't matter because A-Core just dispels him as well. This is not going well at all for Endpoint. All of the kills coming in from the Deagles. A-Core's got 2 already. Suddenly pulled back by Robin, though. He was the hero in the previous round for Endpoint, and he's doing it again here. There's 3 picked up for him. He'll look towards Heaven. He wants to secure all of the kills as they move forward. Thomas and Robin cutting through them as 2-3 positions. He's been spotted, but it doesn't matter. He finds one more, and it's all onto Innocent, playing from Heaven. Robin needs the ace. He needs all 5 kills. He'll tap, he'll look for it, but Innocent has already crossed. This is such a smart play. He appears above, but Robin's there with a headshot. Is there enough time for the defuse? I think there might just be, and Robin, with all 5 kills, saves Endpoint the round.
Robin had to save them as well. Those 3 kills to begin with was so important. He's able to just about trade off his teammate. You can see there, all 3 kills coming so quickly, really accurate sprays. And then even in the 1v1 where it was a tough reaction shot to land, he only had the head available. He still connects. Very important ace from Robin to keep his team in this game because it's forced Mad Lions back down to pistols again. Gives Endpoint another chance to have an easier round win here. And this time, Mad Lions not wasting any time, moving into the A bomb site. Mighty Max and Robin here to stop that from happening. Just the block of the Cillian left. And that's much more like it for Endpoint. A much more convincing round.
Yeah, that's definitely the kind of round you want from Endpoint. You don't want Robin having to step up and get 5 kills and a last-second defuse. That's not exactly the most sustainable play style. The Mad Lions realize there's a couple of signs here that Endpoint are getting back into things. So they're going to go for a tactical timeout. They want to talk about every issue that could possibly be going wrong right now for the Danes. Innocent, the one non-Danish player, is certainly not a problem. 23-8 right now. He's having an absolute blinder of a performance with the Mad Lions. And they've got so much money left over, so they can get a full buyout here with all the bells and whistles, all the utility that they could possibly want. And Endpoint, well, it's a pretty good buy for themselves. The MP9, the only real on-paper weakness here, but we know that weapon can be very solid even in the gun rounds if positioned correctly. Do have a slight technical problem that should be getting fixed very shortly, and we can resume with the action.
You know what I realized recently, Dinko? This is completely out of nowhere, but you know the way we say Cillian, it makes it sound like it's not Lion at the end of his name, but it is. It's a Lion at the end of his name, and he's joined Mad Lions. It was just meant to be.
Well, there we go.
I don't know why. That's just the thought that came to my brain.
I mean, you are strange. You think of stuff that many people do not, Alex, I guess.
You know what else I think of? When I see Shush, I think of... Did you ever play FIFA, where you had the Shush celebration?
I did play FIFA, but I was very young. I didn't really.
Okay. It's basically the celebration you do when you're trying to piss the other person off. You just do the shushing thing. It's great. You know what? Let's bring celebrations to Counter-Strike. That's a great idea.
And how about we shush you up? Because the action's about to resume, Alex, and we're getting right back into things. It's going to be 13-6. 3 rounds away from victory here for the Mad Lions. And over here for Endpoint, I mean, they are starting to come back into things. A couple of rounds have been a little bit shaky. So we'd love to get this economy into a solid state.
Dinko, are you telling me you don't want Fortnite dances in Counter-Strike?
I really do not. That is just something I do not want.
Back into the action, though. Robin, who has been really stepping it up in these recent rounds, clearly wants to do so again here, pushing into Pop Dog. We saw a lot of this from Mad Lions on their CT side as well, so they're obviously aware this is a possibility. You can see the nades trying to force Robin out. He's done a pretty good job at dodging those so far. Bomb being left at spawn right now for Mad Lions, so looks like a slower round for them. As you said, they've got the proper full buy, they've got the AWP for A-Core, basically full nades across the board, so all the options available for them. A-Core holding pretty far back right now. There's a lot of team main aggression from Mad Lions on their CT side as well, and it looks like they're also aware that's a possibility that Endpoint might go for. They're holding pretty far back from team main, waiting to see if that aggression comes in. Right now, though, Endpoint seem happy to just sit within their own territory, and here come the smokes into the A site. 3 smokes landing on A. Endpoint have to try and deny this aggression.
Well, Mad Lions, this is the call they want to go with. Something quick, and Roy, he's going to get shut down, and there it is. Every single kill for Endpoint. Finally one being picked off, but it's only one for Acor, and he has taken significant damage as well. That's fantastic from Endpoint. That's exactly the hole they would be looking for. And Mad Lions, a little red in the face. They know how important that round was. They called a pause for it. It was a long time before we got into this one, and they just get absolutely destroyed as they enter the A bomb site.
Couldn't really get out of the choke point there. Oh, Acor seems to be a bit careful. He will be fine saving that AWP on over. Only $200 in his back pocket, though. So Mad Lions do have a decision to make here. I assume it will just be a half buy on the rest of the players, though. Yeah, you could see the aim there for Mad Lions as the smokes arrived on the site. They were hoping that those smokes would allow them to get out of the choke point quickly. That T-main choke point is the one that you really want to be getting out through. But Thomas being boosted up really helped just to deny that from happening. And here's Acor's AWP looking for the movement. He actually takes a shot there through the wall. So he goes down to 34 health. Roy's been able to move out into the open, but he is completely alone in Olaf right now. Again, it's mainly just Acor's AWP in terms of weapons to work with here for the Danes.
One player over here on the B-bomb side, Surreal. It's a player that's quite used to playing on his own, so see if he can step up. A couple of players now showing themselves in the B-bomb site. He's going to call for a rotation. He has got the help of Crucial already arriving through the connector, but the bomb has already gone down. They're playing at range. They're allowing the bomb plant, but they hope that they can pull off this retake. And what Thomas, he is not ready for Acor's position with that AWP. Tucked in the corner, Thomas will fall to Acor. And Surreal moves forward. The headshot is good onto Asilian. Got Instant playing from Heaven as well with the Deagle, trying his best to take a couple of shots, but I feel like they need a few more kills. He's going to miss the shot into the defuser, and there's the shot from Acor. He stopped it from happening, and now Innocent, he can really win this for the team. If he gets to reel off the bomb, he's going, the damage is there, and the kill is in. Is there enough time? There might not be here for Mighty Max. It comes right down to the wire, and there is just a millisecond in it. Endpoint will get the defuse, but a valiant attempt from the Mad Lions. They stopped it at many fronts as they possibly could, but there was just one extra player they couldn't deal with, and it was Mighty Max.
Yeah, Mad Lions fighting right till the end there. So many heroics coming through for them to nearly win the round. So many times where they just deny the bomb plant, or the bomb defuse, I should say. It'd be a bit weird if they were trying to deny the bomb plant on the T side. And so many close situations there. Mad Lions, you got to give them props for making that so close to begin with. Acor had to come all the way back from A main. Remember, that's where he got the kill when the bomb had just been planted. He had to arrive quickly at the ramp to get that shot to land. Half a second in it, but Endpoint keep themselves on top for now. 8 rounds on the board. We've had pretty one-sided maps so far in this series, Dinko, but if Endpoint can keep this up, maybe we'll get a close one on our decider.
It was always going to be a difficult task after the pretty dire first half scenario from Endpoint. But they are starting to step in the right direction. And here comes the gun round again from Mad Lions. The last gun round they had was quickly dispelled in this A bomb site. And it looks like Robin is going to try and continue that. 2 big kills from the back of the A site. Continue to look for more. They've got the man advantage. They can be happy with this. And on Mad Lions, they've still got a chance to recover the round. 4 minute left, just over. And what Robin, he is just unbelievable. He is really stepping up right now. Robin and Thomas getting all of the kills. It's just Acor, the last remaining player now, trying to pull off an heroic clutch, and it's just not looking like it's going to work out for him. Damage has been done. He's on 11 HP. And Mad Lions, they look suffocated on the T side right now. Endpoint are winning every single round convincingly in these last few. The one round they didn't win convincingly was actually when they were going up against the Pistols. Maybe Mad Lions have got to try that B-bomb side a little bit more.
Yeah, especially when they're trying to push out through A main. As you said, it feels like they are just suffocated, right? That's the perfect word for it. It never feels like they're getting out into the open and they're getting into these open positions to take these fights. And It looks like they can hear you, Dinko. They're moving over to B at the start of this round. Surreal, as it stands, is the solo holder on the site. He has now got Crucial backing him up. And, oh, there's Robin finally doing some damage with that spam. He's been going for that a few times now. This time it takes Asilian down to 14 health. It is mostly pistols for Mad Lions here, but look at just how many nades they have. They know that last round came close. They want to try and get this one as well. Crucial, though, landing that first shot. The move onto the bomb site seems successful, though. Surreal's been dealt with, so this bomb should be planted.
Well, good kill from Robin. Shush gone, and now, well, Innocent, Aiko, and Asilian. It's the Eagles and the P250 left in play. And they're going to start walking forward. Aiko into the connector. Dog goes deep into corner. It's a good kill from Aiko. Asilian right in front of him. A nice follow-up from Thomas. It's on Innocent left alone into a 1 versus 4, and the spam is going to be good. He gets another one as he turns around. Oh my god, nearly a third. But Innocent, he will finally go down, and the defuse is in for Endpoint. Yeah, try the B-bomb site more. I think that's what Mad Lions are starting to realize.
Yeah, Surreal's been playing it really far back right now, really passively. So he is kind of just allowing that bomb to go down a lot of the time, which is very reliant on the retakes. And so far, Endpoint are doing a good enough job on those retakes. But you've got to wonder, if Mad Lions have a few more nades there, a few more weapons, that might be a round they end up winning. You see Innocent taking it very, very close at the end there. And now it's the full guns and the full nades back out for Mad Lions. But only 3 rounds in this game. Whatever you want to say about Endpoint, they've shown heart to come back into this one. They've had to win 6 or 7 rounds now in a row to get to this point. I was talking earlier as well about how much this tournament means to Endpoint. They've been constantly just outside of the top 30. I know if they get a good result here, they'll break into that top 30 that they've been wanting for so long. But first, they've got to overcome Mad Lions, and they've got to keep on winning these rounds.
Well, Robin, that's nice. Quick little trade to the AK as well. It's a nice scenario there for Robin. Nice headshot. Follows up with the AK just falling into his hands. And an opening kill for Endpoint that they've maintained. IV control being taken by Mad Lions, though.
Ooh, Mighty Max on the ult.
He definitely wheeled this. I've seen it a few times. Slower approach, though, from Mad Lions. They've lost their best performing player on train early on into the round. 27-13. Innocent down. Crucial. Oh, that's perfect. Catches out Asilian looking the wrong way. And Robin, he's done a lot of work, but Roy from the smoke appears up and takes 2 away. That's surprising for Endpoint. They'll be questioning how that happened. And Crucial, he's desperately looking for the reply. There's 9 seconds. They have to eventually get this bomb planted. Crossing over. That could have been it. He could have stopped the bomb safe passage. He can still do so. And the collateral stops it all from happening. Endpoint with an 11th round. It felt like Mad Lions lost track of time there. They realized one look at the clock, they had to go for it. They had to commit to the plan as soon as they got to the site. And that allowed Crucial to step out and take them both down.
I think they also ran out of nades towards the end of the round here. It seemed like they had, I think, 1 flashbang with 30 seconds left, and they hadn't really gained enough ground towards the bomb site. They just tried to use that single flash, but it ended up being Roy landing some shots, which was the only thing that got them in the round to begin with. He had to make a solo play to give them some sort of chance, but Crucial lines up the collat, completely denies it. Nade from Robin doesn't do any damage this time round. Robin is always trying to be annoying and just stop that B apps play from happening. But there's Mighty Max. Now, what we were talking about, landing a shot early into this one. Roy taken out of the action. There are 2 AKs in play for Mad Lions, but that's at the cost of having basically no nades. It is still a half buy for the mostly Danish squad into this one. And it seems like whenever they have these half buys, they're almost always going towards B and almost always getting themselves on towards the site. But this time, Surreal's fighting for the B site in a more aggressive position.
Smokes down in towards ramps. Surreal needs to be careful. Oh my god, that's awful. He was looking away, expecting a flashbang, but Aiko just walks down with a P250, finds him looking the wrong way, and that's a little embarrassing, but nonetheless, it is just Aiko left alone now. He's got 2 already. but winning this round is virtually impossible. He's been run over the top of. It's Robin taking the headshot, and an ult carried over into the next round again for Endpoint. 12-13. Mad Lions still in the lead by 1. They have another gun round coming up, but they have completely fallen off in this second half.
A nice little lineup from Thomas. Mighty Max helping him out as well. As you said, it has not been the T side that Mad Lions were hoping for. They've only won a single round, and that was the pistol that they won. Since then, all the gun rounds have gone against them. Quite a few close rounds to begin with, but now that Endpoint have got into the swing of things, they're not looking back. They're not showing any signs of slowing down. It's Mad Lions who need to switch something up here. Again, Innocent up there at 27 kills. He slowed down a little bit on the T side, but he's still been having some rounds where he's picked up kills. Acor up there at 21 frags. We haven't seen his AWP open up too many of these T-sided rounds, though. Let's see what Mad Lions have in their locker for this one, because heading into round 26, they could really do with a round win. This is where if you've got a round that you can rely on, if you've got a round you're really confident in that you can run to get yourselves this one, this is where you go for it on the Mad Lions side. And the double nade stack does a little bit of damage to Robin. The bullets also come close. Robin decides he's better off backing away from the pop dog position. Might be time for that B play, Dinko.
Looks like it's certainly setting up for it. 2 players going up in towards the brown hole. The following 2 will be following suit very quickly. Crucial. It's got a good spot, though. They come around this corner with no utility. If they aren't effective in terms of how they approach this heaven spot, Crucial is guaranteed at least one. He's come off the position. The utility going in towards this A bomb site is actually forced him to come away. Look at this flank as well coming in from Roy. It'll work out. Mighty Max going down, but Surreal and Robin, they line up 3, and it's on Innocent and Shush in a 2 versus 4 to see if they can make this work. And Innocent is trying his best, but it just isn't going to happen. It's going to be forward players staying alive for Endpoint, and they've tied things up. 3 away from pulling off this incredible comeback.
And Surreal just solid as ever on the B site, doing exactly what he needs to do. Even when Crucial's rotating away, leaving him, because of the fake nades that Mad Lions threw over at Ivy, he's still able to get those 2 kills and stay alive on the B site. That's about all you can ask for from your B site anchor. Beautiful work from him. And look at what it means for Mad Lions. They're down to mostly pistols here, trying to up the pace at Ivy, but that molly from Mighty Max will slow them down.
Well, Thomas, there's a big smoke in front of his face as the players continue to run on in behind it. He'll spam away, and he gets lucky. 2 kills being picked up. The transfer onto Shush. That is horrible for Mad Lions, and it just keeps getting worse. Cleaning up. Innocent goes down. He's been quite good on the deagle, but that's about it at this point. Mad Lions have had nothing going their way here in the second half. 14-13. Endpoint into the lead. There's been pauses. There's been different approaches here from Mad Lions. But I think we've started to see the weaknesses in terms of having a different roster now. We're starting to see the lack of diversity on the T side, lack of depth. They really can't figure out nor adapt to what's happening. And Endpoint have been able to just get into a groove, a rhythm, and they have not stopped. They just keep winning round after round.
Fast A play from Mad Lions is the call to try and crack this losing streak. Crucial playing on the bomb train. Good shot onto the first man. Thomas unable to win that fight, though. And now Crucial has to land some close-range shots. Second kill is good, but finally Roy over the top with 2 more kills. And Mad Lions have finally put themselves in a position where they've got the chance to get another round win.
Man advantage, all thanks to Roy getting a 3K into this round. It was just, well, he's got nothing else left in the tank. Let's just throw it all on the A-bomb side. And if it doesn't work out here, I really don't know what Mad Lions can do. A good kill from Surreal, Asilian. He's been spotted, or at least preemptively spamming this. Mighty Max now sees him. Acor is taking down Surreal, though, and now Mighty Max, he has all of it to do in a 1 versus 2. So many different positions. The time now ticking beyond realization. It's going to be Acor with the kill. 14-14. And it's Mad Lions, and will take themselves an important round win. Back to even odds again. They've been barely able to win rounds, but just a quick play, hero play from Roy. And the worrying part for me is this isn't exactly sustainable. You can't just rush this A-bomb site and get 3 kills on Roy again. You've got to try and get this over the line in a convincing fashion now. Endpoint, they've got another buy, obviously no money issues for them. This is an exciting final map, Alex.
And we're going the distance, Dinko. We were saying earlier, those first two maps, very one-sided. We wanted a close one here to close it out on Train, and we have been treated to a very close one indeed. 14-14 on the score. Nice nade as well, lands right on top of Shush. Akor also down to half health early on into the round. Getting aggressive and getting rewarded. Good kill onto Asilian. It's in-game leader versus in-game leader in the first fight of the round, and it's Mighty Max who comes out on top. That was another nade on Shush.
So Mad Lions have taken a lot of damage on board into the most important round of the game so far. They've lost the early player. They have been wounded. And anywhere they go, they will be limping into the bomb site. Good setup here on the A side as well for Endpoint. Thomas, he should be at least good for one, and there it is, over the top of the smoke. Catches out Roy, now the push comes through. Robin inside the site, Crucial boosted up on top, and Innocent, he's going to go down through the smoke to Robin. This is fantastic from Robin. He has turned it up in the second half. He has been the most impactful player for them over on the CT side. He has had so many multi-kills from that A bomb site. He's had the ecstasy of the day over on the B site. He has been so impactful in the second half, and Endpoint will reach map point, series point, and while unfortunately for Mad Lions, it's elimination point.
Yeah, you heard in the pre-match interview, Mad Lions thought that they'd be able to outclass Endpoint here. They thought they were able to maybe just get this win more convincingly, but that's clearly not the case. Endpoint are here to fight, and you better believe that Endpoint are hyped up on their TeamSpeak right now. They are probably just calming themselves down here in this tactical timeout, as they are just one round away from getting what would be a big win for them to keep themselves in this tournament. Last timeout there taken by Mad Lions, but look at their buy. 2 AKs in play, Innocent having one of them. Would be a great time for him to step up and be the hero of the team. He's already done a lot of work for them with 28 kills on the board. Shush also getting an AK, and at least the utility is good for Mad Lions, but the weaponry not fully there. A couple of Deegs in play, a UMP for Asilian, and this is it. It all comes down to this for Mad Lions. They have to win this round to keep themselves in DreamHack Summer.
It all started with a 16-0 in favor of Mad Lions, but now we've reached the last round of regulation here in the series. It's going to be a push down in. Surreal looking for the lineup. He gets 2 kills. A third kill coming in for Endpoint. It's on Crucial. He nearly gets the other. It's Akor down to 11 HP, and it's a 2 versus 4 Endpoint. They were off to a terrible start here. 12-3 down at the half. They've clawed it all the way back, and they are now just 1 kill away from progressing in this tournament. Mad Lions, with their new player, their new outing with Innocent, he's been impressive on this map, slowed down in the second half, as did everyone. The Mad Lions, looks like it's going to be back to the drawing board. Much more practice needed for this team. Obviously, we know the capabilities of the players in this roster, but right now, it's not really aligning to the maximum level. So, pretty impressive showing from them. But now Roy, just on his own, walking in towards this A-bomb site. Robin, he has been so brilliant in this second half. He might just be the player to end it. That would be the perfect way. It's 16-14.